Hey Soul Fam, Psychic Kami here. Today I wanted to talk with you about something that's been coming up amongst my friend group lately. I've heard quite a few of my friends say that they don't trust themselves. And I've been pondering that a lot and really checking in with myself. Do I trust myself? And I do. And so it's quite interesting for me to hear other people talk about not trusting themselves. And so I did a little digging on this and meditated with, and talked to Spirit about it. And one of the things that Spirit wanted to share with you is when you don't trust yourself, one, it's a sign of a bigger problem. It's a sign of lack of self-worth. It's a sign of perhaps emotional abuse, or even that you've made some poor decisions in the past. It's all of those things. It's a sign of something bigger. It's definitely a sign of shadow work for sure. So if you don't trust yourself, you definitely need to dig into that. How do you start to trust yourself? Because that's really what I was more interested in. I understand, okay, people don't trust themselves, but what do you do about it? One of the things that you can do about trusting yourself and to rebuild trust in yourself is to connect with you. And that's often the hardest part, because people that don't trust themselves are very disconnected from themselves. So that's sort of the first thing, is to build a bridge to yourself, to listen to your own needs, to make time for self-care, to practice being kind to yourself. Additionally, you really need to explore your own personal boundaries, values, truths, and morals, and come up with those things. If you don't know what your values and morals are, then you don't know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, how could you trust yourself? Sounds about right. Right? Lastly, one of the keys to trusting yourself or rebuilding trust with yourself is to remind yourself of what's important to you. I think a lot of times people get into situations and they forget that they have boundaries. They forget that they can say no. They forget what's important to them. And then they have a tendency to override. And that's when we get in a situation of not trusting. So if this is you, I hope this was helpful. Drop a comment below and let me know what you thought about this. Sending you lots and lots of love.